But I will tell you that as a Republican, when you're in the super minority, your contributions don't only come through bills, right? Unfortunately, you serve on several committees, and I have several committees that I serve on that I'm very, very proud of. Mostly the Public Safety Committee, which I'm vice chair, and also local government. Those are really powerful committees that I believe my life experience gives me good credibility.
Right.
And so I have the ability to vet circumstances and to bring shaping circumstances to a lot of these proposed bills. And I think that's a big contribution, but probably the biggest contribution that I feel that our office has always provided is our, what they call constituent services, and especially through COVID, when we had EDD that was so dysfunctional. I mean, you had people that had such tragic stories that were calling our office, and we were their only lifeline because there was no way that they could even reach government. That system was so overloaded and so mismanaged that they couldn't even get someone to talk to. And they had no money coming in, and they had been laid off because of COVID, and they were very destitute, many of them. And
Right.
so we felt like we were their ear, and we were able to get, in most cases, you know, sometimes they still had to wait a ridiculous amount of time, but we at least were someone that was working on their problem. And that brought at least some solace to them. And I believe that constituent services is a very critical aspect of what legislators provide.
You know, that's a unique thing you brought up. You know, with the assembly, there's 80 different people. You guys have, 80 different backgrounds sometimes. And kind of you have a unique background kind of with your kind of special education background and your background as a highway patrol officer. Kind of how do you use that when analyzing bills or kind of, looking at legislation?
Yeah, I will tell you that one of the things that it afforded me is kind of having a better understanding of the differences in our society, right? I've worked in an urban environment, I've worked in suburban environment and rural environments, and the cultures are different in all three. And I will tell you that it's important to kind of understand and relate to the entire state. I know a lot of times there are people that come from a district that are very, very universal. I mean, it's all city, or it's all rural, or it's all suburban. I have a very mixed district. I don't really have an urban part of my district, but I do have a significantly suburban. And I think when this legislative proposals come forward, it's important to consider the entire population of California, which is very, very diverse, not only in color and not only in age and a lot of the common categories that people are put in, but also demographically by population. And I believe that in all categories, I've dealt with pretty much the entire population of California, both from the very wealthy to the very struggling, and also different racial groups, all of them. I've dealt with all of them. I've worked, as I said, central Los Angeles. I've worked also in suburban El Cajon and San Diego area, and also the Antelope Valley. And yeah, I feel like that gives me a grounding that many legislators have not been able to experience.
Make sure you click the button below and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with all our news and updates.